seeing what that is. Richard, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Ash,
Give it
thank you.
Don't leave that behind.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Great
you,
to see you
guys.
both. Thank you.
It is exactly 7:45. You're watching Breakfast from BBC News. Main stories here this morning.
Hundreds of years old, 300 years old, and they were the other thing that Jez was telling. They hear about how much they're paid, but they did say they've cut the bonus pool. So, a bit of an update there from Barclays.
Thanks, Steph.
Big day for quite a few families, isn't it, across England and Wales. 500,000 children will find out today which secondary school they'll go to in September, but many of them will miss out on their first choice.
In England, a reason why they've put number one at number one. So when they don't get that, it's going to be quite difficult for some people, isn't it? So what's the best approach? Thank you very much for your time, and I think you might be asked to come back later, but thank you. See you later. Thanks.
Loads of messages on this as well. We'll try and read a few of those a little bit later on, but thank you. Keep those coming in too. But right now it's time to get the news, the travel and the weather where you are.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
New research suggests that the mosquito-borne Zika virus can cause a rare but severe neurological disorder called Guillain-Barré.
We're all clearly happy about that. 11 minutes past 8. Let's take you back to one of our main stories. It's almost a month since the Zika virus was declared a public health emergency by the World Health Organization. It's caused panic in Central and South America because of its suspected links to underdeveloped brains in babies.
Now there's a new study which has been published in The Lancet which questions whether the virus is linked to another serious medical condition, Guillain-Barré syndrome, or GBS, which is a rare neurological disorder.
OK, it sounds extremely worrying if you have it. Tell us what you think about this possible link between the Zika virus and King's College Hospital. Thank you for your time.
It's fast approaching 8:15. In fact, it now is 8:15. You're watching Breakfast from BBC News. The main story is for...
In my wellies, but away from the pigs this
Look
time.
after the throats there.
Thanks.
Thank you. An environmental campaign group is threatening to take the government back to court over air pollution levels in the UK.
Last April, a group of environmental lawyers won a case against the government at the Supreme Court, arguing its plans to cut illegal levels of pollutants were inadequate.
The government's since tightened the rules, but Client Earth says the public's health is still at risk. So how bad is it? Well, our reporter, Richard Daniel, is by a busy road in Cambridge with lots more information. It looks like a miserable day there as well. Morning. Very much. Thank you.
You know what I've noticed? That BBC Breakfast viewers spot everything. Mark Kavanagh has been in contact to say he's noticed that my watch tells the wrong time. He's right. Thank you, Mark.
What time is it in your world?
I'm an hour behind everybody. But whatever the time is, here's the news, travel and weather where you are. Thanks for watching.
8:26.
What I like about this, Oliver, is you're saying there's lots of things that you don't know the answer to. For example, why your son will dribble a football in exactly the same way that you do, or daughter will bat the same way as her dad, even though it's this old Nate Oliver's book is called Not in Your Genes. Lovely to have you on Breakfast.
Thank you.
Thank you. For over 11,000 years, we've been living in a period of geological time called the Holocene.
Some scientists believe that humanity's impact on the Earth has tipped us into a new stage, or epoch, as it's known.
Yes, its proposed name is the Anthropocene, or the Age of Humans, but agreeing when it started is another matter entirely, as our science correspondent Rebecca Morell explains.
No filter, everybody.
Oh, Carol, thank you very much. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Now, some 800,000 children have a disability in the UK, and almost all of them live at home. It's a situation which can profoundly affect family life, but isn't something that gets a lot of coverage.
But since the turn of the millennium, the programme Born to be Different has been documenting the lives, really important parts that you need.
And as a device of telling the story, did somebody say you try that sort of thing, or did you start writing it that way and thought, do you know what, this could work? I've got 45 objects I can do now. Has it changed your opinion about reasons for being there, about your own views on being in the armed forces?
Actually, when you read the book, it sounds, in some ways, it's a bit like reading the script for a movie in some ways, because you could see the sort of jump from how it's written to actually filming something like that as well. Do you think that would be